So Kid Cudi just posted a new picture of his hand tattoo, and what seemed like an innocent tattoo picture turned into another reason Kid Cudi haters can make fun of him, calling his tattoo middle school girl vibes. Now I'm sorry Cudi fans, but that is facts. Why were there so many hardcore emo girls in middle school? This tattoo got posted to Shade Room and just ripped apart, and that's nothing new in Cudi's career. This is all less about the tattoo and more about the Cudi slander that the internet just throws his way any chance they can. Now this newfound hatred I've been seeing for Kid Cudi, we all know who this falls back on: Kanye West. And to remind the people who forgot or maybe never heard, Cudi had basically fell out with Kanye after Kanye posted on Instagram saying Cudi will no longer be on his album Donda because he's close with Kim Kardashian's new man, which at the time was Pete Davidson. Man, I usually talk about street rappers. Seeing this celebrity little drama fall out, this is nothing different than some high school drama, and it's honestly embarrassing. But anyways, let's continue. Because after this new beef with Kanye, everything seemed to go downhill for Cudi. Now, I'm not talking to his day one fans. I'm talking about his perception to mainstream hip hop. And Cudi in the past 3 years went from being a legend and an icon in the rap game, whose vulnerability and passion in his music genuinely saved the life of millions, to somebody the media has been trolling and telling to grow up. Did Kanye do all this? Well, let's talk. I'm not gonna say Kanye's responsible for every bit of it, but we know that no matter what Kanye says or does, his fans will always be there for him. And honestly, rather than fans, I will call them worshipers, because there's a lot of Kanye stans who see him as God. Now, a lot of those heavy Kanye stans are full-time keyboard warriors, and because that, like these keyboard warriors do, they pick sides and they attack. We all remember the Young Boy Better and Sly for Von trolls. Then you had people calling Drake corny and acting like a cartoon character. Back in the day, you had people commenting food on Gunna's post because he was just fat, so they would just comment food. Point is, these keyboard warriors have no love in their heart, and they will jump at any chance to belittle a celebrity. And sadly for Kid Cudi, he's never handled criticism well, so all these new trolls coming his way really was just detrimental for his career. Now I say that because this slander grew to be way larger than just beef with Kanye, and way more to do with Cudi and who he is as a person. He's been a lot more comfortable with himself throughout these past 3 years, ironically the same time the Kanye beef sparked off. Now, what do I mean he's been a lot more comfortable with himself? Now, I'm not gonna beat around the bush and try to over-explain. He just became a lot more feminine. And while some people will tell you, he's been just through a lot in his life and that's his way of expressing himself, so many other people have just thrown ideas at us. A lot of people think that he's just trying to push the feminine agenda, and after he put on that dress at SNL, that was his humiliation ritual. Other people think that he's just a 38-year-old acting like a 15-year-old girl. So aside from all the Kanye trolls saying you're mid, now you have people saying grow up and people saying you sold out. Like, a lot is going on with Kid Cudi. This man has become a villain. And I'm not gonna sit here and defend Kid Cudi, nor am I gonna sit here and slander bro's name. But regardless, the change was evident. And because this being parallel to his Kanye West fallout, it really just made him go from hero to villain. And his comment sections, like I said, have become so toxic. It's almost like a battle between haters and supporters. I'll just show you guys a few examples of what I mean. In this one, he's just showing a pair of the shoes he likes, and literally every comment is just calling the shoes ugly as shit. Now, I use this one first because it really don't even gotta do with him. It's just the sole fact of how toxic his comment section is. There's another Instagram pic where he took a selfie, and the comment literally says, "Bro, I used to look up to you, now I'm cooler than you." Then there's the Cudi fans who are literally supporting him, like this comment says, "These comments are sad to see, real ones still love you." Like, come on, that's sad. There's a pic he took in a wig, so people were all comparing him to Tyler the Creator. This dude said you are not Igor Lil Bro. He literally Lil Bro'd Kid Cudi. And then if you scroll down even farther, he basically has turned the comments off every post on his Instagram. And the hate will obviously cross over onto Twitter, where he eventually lost his temper at a fan for saying the album cover art shouldn't have been switched. It was a light little jab at him, so the fact that Kid Cudi even responded was weak on his part. And I wish I could say that's all Cudi did, but it became clear all this new hate that came his way after the Kanye beef had really just started to take a toll on him. Because bro started coming at his fans on Twitter. First it started with a simple just odd reply to a fan's tweet about his song, which would later turn into another splurge that, he did once before in 2018 before he had a mental breakdown. But yeah, he gave a little splurge about his toxic fan base, which overall really didn't sit right with his fans because they're the ones supporting him throughout all this slander. Why is he coming at them? Into the mainstream, man, it's just not looking good for Cudi. A few other things that would happen that would also lead to his villain arc. Like I said earlier, he's put on a dress twice. You know, no matter who it is, when somebody puts on a dress, you're gonna have people in the comments saying humiliation ritual, which for people who don't know, that's a Freemasonry ritual that fans believe rappers take part in to achieve a higher level of status, wealth, and just overall material blessings. But of course, that's all speculative, and he actually went on to do it again, but with both of those appearances being in the past 2 years as well, people have had so many negative comments to say about his career, even getting stuff thrown at him when he replaced Kanye in the Rolling Loud lineup because Kanye didn't go, but then Kanye ended up coming.
Hey, yep.
But isn't that crazy that he's gotten all this disrespect in the past 3 years? Do you guys fully blame it on Kanye? Do you guys think if this Kanye beef never happened and he still, you know, turned a little more feminine and started expressing himself in different ways, do you think he'd still get hate? Or do you think because this Kanye hate, people just felt a reason to attack Kid Cudi? I mean, if it wasn't for Kanye West saying he won't be on the album because he's cool with Pete Davidson, you know, Kid Cudi would have never fired back saying that. Mike Dean ended up tweeting "Make Cudi," and most of the hate he gets right now all stems from that. Well, my answer is definitely, but I want to know what you guys genuinely think. And it's been your boy 10 Toes. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.